Greetings! I am here today to talk about watery eyes. I have a few customers that talk about how it's such a challenge keeping their eyeliner on because of such watery eyes. Well, I have the same issue, and however, I figured out how to make it stay. So I would say give this a try and see how it works for you. So right now I have my face washed, moisturized. I used foundation primer, which I love, and I used foundation today. And now that it's getting a little colder out, I tend to put a drop of the nourishing oil with it because I just want the extra moisture. Okay, now this is where I'm at right now. Okay, so a big trick people like to use is our eye primer. Now what the eye primer does, it basically just helps with staying power. So this is it. It comes like this, and I just use a teeny tiny bit. See that little tiny bit? Now if you come on here, make sure you press the like or the heart just so I know you're here, so I can keep track and let me know what you think. All right, so I'm just going to go right on my eyelids, and notice how my eyelids are more reddish. We've talked about this before. That's just how my eyes are. So I often use concealer up top here. But not only would I do it up here, but I can also do it underneath. I'm going to use a little bit more underneath. Now it's very important that when you do this, you don't go too far into the corner because you don't want to get in your eye. Because I know this because I've done it, right? You know, you're covering the whole area and you just get too close. It's not meant to get in that eye area, so just be a little careful with that. And I actually, because this whole area right here is so thin, that, you know, when you use your regular foundation primer, this one here, like, it's great for the rest of the place, but your skin here is so different than the rest of your skin. So that's why they make these special products for the eye. That's why we have eye cream and all that, because it's just, you know, we have to treat it with kid gloves. All right, so I have my eye primer on, right? Okay, now one of these eyes, I'm just gonna show you how I do it with the, because I have the redness, I am going to just show how it works with concealer on my eye. And you can use a regular cream color brush. I like to call it a foundation brush. And I'll go right over it. But see the difference? It's just lighter. See how I still have dark issues here? So the eye primer helps with staying power. The reason why I use the concealer is to help with my redness. However, I have some people who don't maybe not have the eye primer, and they'll use the concealer instead. The other thing I like to do underneath my eyes, because it's all in the eye area, I just use a little bit of the eye corrector to get rid of the blue. So if you want to get rid of the blue, you use the eye corrector. But maybe your issue isn't blue. Maybe it's, you know, just dark circles. In that case, the blue, the under eye corrector would not be your choice. You would use one of the perfecting concealers, because it's kind of like the whole color chart, whichever on the opposite side cancels each other out, which I didn't know that before. That's like a new thing for me. Anyway. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some eyeshadow on, and then we're going to use the eyeliner. So I love this 3 set. I just love these. They're so easy. I love how they're small. And I'm just going to use a few different colors. So I'm going to use, it doesn't really matter which ones, right? But right now I'm going to use Blossom. And because this eye doesn't have the concealer on, I'm going to use this one further up. Right? Just because it's darker. All right, I'm going to do that. And because I'm kind of have bluish on today, I'm going to go in the silver mode. I'm going to do this one. Here I have to look up the color. And then I'm going to use this little bit darker gray here. That's what I'm going to do. What are these colors here? I have to look. This one, the lighter one was Stormy Quartz, Smoky Quartz, and the other one is Granite, just so you know. All right, so I'm going to put that on, and of course I'm going to use my blender. Whenever you put any eye colors on, you always want to use blender, right? Now what I often do right under my eyebrows is I will use the light color again right under my eyebrows, or I'll use my perfecting concealer right underneath there. All right, now let's get to the eyeliner issue. All right, so now I can already feel my eyes watering. Okay, I already feel that. So maybe you have the same issue. So I'm going to use two different kinds, just so you can see. Hi! To my glasses on, you can see who's there. Hi, Doris! So I'm going to use the mechanical eyeliner. It's $12. And on the end, I can actually take this cap off, and I can, you know, do like a little point to it. And I'm also going to use on the other one our waterproof one. So let me do this one first. This one it's a little easier for me personally, but I do like both of them. So you're my mirror. So I'm just going to go really light in here. Right, and I'm going to go underneath, right where it's kind of, right now I can feel it being kind of watery. I tend to do a little more in the corner and just do it lightly over here. Some people do, what they do is they just kind of go like this. But I tend to not do that because I don't want anything else pulling on my eye, but it does, you know, stretch it out a little bit. I just kind of stretch out my eyes by making those faces. So that's that eye. Okay, so I'm not done with it yet. Okay, now the other one, I'm going to use this waterproof. Now it's a good idea to store it upside down, and sometimes I just kind of get it going on my hand. You know, just whatever, like that. And so I often will use the side of it as well. And so you're my mirror here. All right, so that, like that. And the good thing is our eye makeup remover works so well that if you goof up, no problem. All right, I'm gonna go something like that. All right, now remember, if you have older eyes especially, you don't want the lines coming down. If you want anything, you want to kind of go up to prevent any lagging, right? All right, so that's what I have so far. So now, I'm going to just bring it underneath here a little bit more. Like that. All right. So let me tell you, anyone can do this. Because if I can do this, you certainly can do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take this amazing tool. I love this tool. It's one of my favorites. So this end, you know, you would use for your eyebrows. It's not for your eyelashes, it's for your eyebrows. So you can go like this, right? This end is for like an eyeshadow brush. So I do one of two things. I either use the translucent powder, and I will go right underneath it with the translucent powder, right? And it will like disappear, and that will really work. However, sometimes I want it, let's say I have like black on, but maybe I don't want it so black. So I will pick one of my colors here, and I will, you know, use the color shadow, and I'll tap it off so I don't have stuff fall into my eyes, and I'll just kind of just go over it with it. And that really seals it in. Okay, now this one was the liquid. So let's do the same thing here. Okay, I did the, you could either do the translucent powder afterwards. I'm going to do this again with the color. I'm going to go right underneath. See? You know what else you can do with the translucent powder? Let's say your hand isn't so steady with this. You know, you can go like this. And go right underneath. You can even go on top if you want. I tend not to do that on top because I may like just, I don't want to put on too much by accident, you know, and so I'll just tend to not do it on top so much unless I am using my brush. If I use my brush, then I'll just go over it real quick. And as you know, now of course in this one, this thing also has one of these, and this actually has a nice little tip. you can go right over. Helps if you don't poke yourself in the eye. Okay, so now another great thing to do is once you do that is to use our amazing finishing spray. This stuff really helps stuff stay. So you shake it up, and I don't know if you see my other post, but it also helps with sweaty areas. So that's also something. Hey there, hey Dorish. Eyes were watering the other day, couldn't find a tissue. Oh, well, there we go. I know, so the other day I put this on and I had really watery eyes. And, you know, it just really stayed. So after I do this, you know, do like a cross and then like an X, and you can do that. Now, I haven't done my mascara yet. Most of the time I forget to do that in between, and I'll do it after the mascara is on. But from what I read, you really should do it beforehand. And again, when I do my mascara, I use primer first. It conditions your lashes. It makes the mascara go on so nice. I love this product. Really, really love it. And you use your mascara of choice. Today am going to use the Panorama mascara. Do you ever get like your mascara, you come out and it's like a little bit too much on there for whatever reason? You know, it's very simple. All you need to do is take a tissue, you know, and you could just bring it through your tissue, you know, and just, you know, and there's still plenty of stuff on there. And then you just go, you know, go like that. And I find that it usually takes a couple coats. So I just go from one eye to the next when I do it. And I find that when I do this process, and again, when it's your own and you're not trying to show someone how to do it, it goes pretty quickly, and you find the tools that work best for you. Maybe it's this one, maybe that's the best one. Or maybe it's this one, this little mini set. Now these, I'm not sure if I have a bunch still, but they're limited edition, and they might be sold out, but I do have some on my shelf, and I just love, love, love these. Anyway, and that's it, right? And then there you go. So I can tell you tonight, when I go to bed at whatever time, 9 o'clock or whatever, then my eyes are still there in place after a long day. And there you go. So let me know if this works for you, because I know that some people have challenges with watery eyes, and this has worked for me, so I hope it works for you. All right, catch you later. Hi, Judy. See you later. Bye.